Hey! Here are a few of the questions that you have been asking about our projectors, webcams, and gaming accessories. Take a look at the timestamps in the description below to see if we address your question in this video. Is there any latency lag when using the Oculus accessory adapter? No. Based on our testing, the USB 3.0 pass-through port on the adapter transfers data at the same speed as the USB-C port directly on the Oculus. Both ports tested at a transfer speed of 2.0 gigabytes per second plus or minus 0.1 gigabytes. The USB 2.0 side port, on the other hand, is much less powerful, and you will get considerable lag if you use it to link your Oculus to your PC. In our test, linking through the USB 2.0 port on the adapter garnered a speed of only 372 megabytes per second. We tested the speed of each port using a gaming laptop with an Intel i7-9750H processor. The exact speed of your device will depend on your computer's specifications. Given the transfer speed of these ports, we recommend using the pass-through port with a link cable and the side port with a charging accessory. Our favorite charging accessory is the S32 head strap with a built-in battery pack to keep your Oculus charged as you play. You can also use the S20 charging dock with the accessory adapter. Just make sure that you keep the magnetic attachment plugged into the side port. What's new in the PJ40 firmware update? The firmware update for the PJ40 fixes a bug that caused the audio to cut out while streaming from an HDMI device, such as Roku, Fire Stick, or Apple TV. When you update your firmware, you will also begin receiving a reminder to clean the filter every 120 hours of use. This simple maintenance task will ensure that your projector lasts for much longer. Updating the PJ40 firmware. You can update the firmware over Wi-Fi or using a USB flash drive. To update over Wi-Fi, turn on your projector, open the settings, and navigate to Update. Select Online Update to search for firmware. If your internet connection is unstable, or if your projector doesn't find any available firmware, we recommend using a USB flash drive to update the PJ40 instead. To begin this process, download the latest firmware on your computer and save the file to a USB flash drive. You can download the firmware for the PJ40 using the link in the description below. Next, insert the flash drive into the USB port on the projector. Open the menu and select Settings, then Update, and finally Local Update. The firmware will update automatically. Do not try to use the projector or power it off until the update is complete. What should I do if the N990 or N950p isn't displaying color correctly? There is a rare bug of the N990 and the N950p that causes color to not display properly. This error may cause the image to appear unusually dark or gray. If the color from the N990 or N950p is behaving unusually in any way, you may need to update the firmware. To do so, you will need to install the firmware package as well as our new firmware installation tool, OKSemiWriteTool. You can find download links in the description below. To install the update, first make sure that your webcam is connected to your computer. Open the OKSemiWriteTool application. It should automatically detect your webcam. If it doesn't, please check that your webcam is firmly plugged in. Click the Open File button and select the firmware file. Then, click Download to start the update. Please leave the tool open until the update is complete. Can I use Air Mouse or voice control with NexiGo projectors? Yes, but you will need the right universal remote to be able to use these features. This Bluetooth voice remote control on Amazon is compatible with our projectors, and it allows for voice control as well as Air Mouse. Another benefit of this upgrade is that you will be able to use the projector's native mouse for more apps. You can find a link to the Bluetooth voice remote control in the description below. How do I replace the remote for the PJ20, PJ40, and PJ90? If you need to replace the remote for your projector, you'll need to make sure that the infrared profile of the projector matches that of the new remote. Our projectors use NEC protocol to ensure that they will only respond to a universal remote when it is programmed for their model. The protocol code of the PJ40 is 01FE. The protocol code of the PJ20 is 03FC, and the protocol code of the PJ90 is 7F80. You can use these codes to program your new remote to control your projector. When you look for a replacement remote, make sure that it is compatible with NEC protocol. If you have any questions that weren't answered in this FAQ installment, be sure to leave them in the comments below so that we can answer them in a future video.